once again at the Miri E-League tournament, this time between Kong Kali Kong and Harry and the Gang, also known as Miri Stack. So, starting things off, Miri Stack with the first pick, first ban on the Radiant side will immediately take out that Faceless Void out of contention. So once again, the Void being removed out of the game for today. We've seen him banned multiple of times, so definitely understandable considering the contribution he brings in terms of the Chronosphere, as well as, not to forget, being able to negate any damage taken in the past 3-something seconds with the Time Walk. Solo player is the captain over on the side of Miri Stack. On the side of Team Kangkong, I'm not too sure how to pronounce this, so I'm just going to say that as Tilde or Curvy. The captain, he has not yet made a ban, and it will be on the Elder Titan, so something more approaching of what was seen at TI7. More into the meta, one might say, as they remove the Elder Titan off the ban, and immediately Harry and the Gang, and the Miri Stack, taking out the axe from the picture. What makes the axe extremely useful, of course, is that ability to pierce through magic immunity and make a hero be pulled out of position with that call.
Radiant team pick.
Bounty Hunter being removed, that does leave Rikimaru into the pool. And immediately first pick coming out from Miri Stack will be that Priestess of the Moon, the Potom, the Mirana. Looking to farm into that fast Aghanim Scepter and have the double Starfall. But of course, we recently received some nerfs in where the secondary Starfall will not have the additional one on the extra target. So they'll have to find a different way of making that work. Very commonly paired, of course, with the Shadow Demon, setting things up very easily for that long duration arrow stun. Right now, Kangkong have the choice of 2 pickups. And let's see which direction they decide to go to right now. What 2 combinations do they want? Do they want to pick a mid hero that counters off the Mirana? Do they want to go play it safe in their hearts and just go for the support? And there you go, they've gone for the block pick on that Shadow Demon, not allowing to fall into the hands of the Miri Stack. Will they go for the Invoker next, allowing for a Disruption Sunstrike? And let's see what the decisions are.
Five seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Silencer.
Well, they've decided to go for the Silencer. So the first time we're seeing the Silencer pick up right now. It has been banned in the previous games. Let's see how Team Kangkong want to go about this. Could be a support Silencer, but that just, in my opinion, is a bit of a waste, considering a fast level 6 will contribute a lot to the team fight. Harry and the Gang now picking up that Undying. The Tombstone being very useful in team fight. So we're seeing a sort of a pattern here. Harry and the Gang looking to go for this heavy team fight AoE with some good crowd control in the form of the Tombstone. And they're relying on the fact that as of now, there is no real attack speed on the side of Team Kangkong to destroy the Tombstone early and fast.
Reserve time.
As we move into the reserve time right now for Team Kangkong. Looking for that next ban phase, perhaps going to remove another support out from the Lion. Still in the pool, of course, a very flexible support, one might say. We haven't really seen much of the Lion in the tournament as of yet, including the Earth Shaker as well. These 2 heroes being neglected by almost every other team as they've fallen out of favor in the meta. It will be the ban on that Ogre Magi. We've seen the Bloodlust being abused now and then. And so, looks like Team Kangkong respectively will ban it out immediately. Miri Stack removing out that Morphling. So as things stand, it looks like Harry and the Gang, Team Miri, not wanting this heroes that have huge team fight potential. Even though the Morphling is more of a durability hero in the sense where it's elusive, not easy to catch if you've got your replicate up and running. Also that morph into strength, being able to just tank through most of the early game damage. Right now, Team Kangkong for their 4th ban. And it will be the Tinker ban. So even though the Mirana has already picked up, they don't want that risk of Miri Stack picking up that Tinker for the mid lane. So they are thinking that the Mirana could possibly still be a position 4 hero with Undying in position 5, or even in the Undying offlane in a 2-1-2 lineup, which seems to be the trend. Anti-Mage is the response ban coming out from Miri Stack. So right now, Team Kangkong will have a go at their 2nd pick phase.
Seconds remaining.
They got 2 really good range heroes. Silencer has a good contribution with that global silence, but one thing to note, of course, is the cooldown. 130 seconds before it's able to use again. But it will be very useful for catching that Mirana off guard. It will be a Slaughter, so possibly in the off lane or even in the safe lane. Team Kangkong's decided to go for that Slaughter. Right now, Miri Stack, their opportunity to pick up their heroes.
10 seconds remaining.
One thing to note is that Decay and Soul Rip from their dying will be causing quite a bit of damage onto strength heroes and fairly squishy heroes, especially in the form of the Shadow Demon. Let's see what they decide to pick up for their 3rd hero. It will be a defensive Dazzle, so that sort of guarantees that the Mirana will be a mid lane hero there with the Dazzle Undying, position 4 and 5, or position 4 and 3, more than likely, as Kangkong right now with the 4th pick. We've seen Joe Ranger still in the pool, Husker as well still in the pool.
5 seconds remaining.
If they don't play that Silencer mid, well, they should be looking to pick up a mid hero right now, but oh, we're gonna get the Ursa Warrior. Now, Harry and the gang, Miri Stack, trying to respond right now with the 4th pick. It will be a hard carry in the form of Azraith, the Phantom Lancer. Now Kong Kali Kong on their final ban. Possibly looking to remove a strong offlaner, but no. Instead, they've removed the Huskar. So perhaps they were expecting Mirana still to be a support Mirana or an offlaner. But right now, Harry and the gang with their 5th ban. Possibly going to remove a strong mid hero, in my opinion.
10 seconds remaining.
Either the Timbersaw or the Invoker could cause problems for the Phantom Lancer.
5 seconds remaining.
Any sort of AoE spells will, of course, make it a bit harder for the Phantom Lancer to escape
Reserve time.
from all his illusions. Miri Stack taking a little bit of time with this, thinking over how they're gonna face into this Kangkong lineup. Shadow Demon, Silencer, Slaughter, and Ursa. All the heroes have got an S in the name, so possibly Medusa will be a pickup for Kangkong. Well, let's see what Harry and the gang thinks about it. Solo player, batting out that Queen of Pain, Akasha, no longer in the picture, and they will have their 5th pickup. Let's see what they're going to go with right now to round this up. The final pickup should sort of tell the lanes of how it's going to be, which heroes will be the support, which will be the core of the team. More than likely the Mirana will be a core, as that Aghanim Scepter on her will just be a bit too valuable to give up. Alchemist also still in the pool. And Slark also. Surprisingly, Slark has made it all the way now without being banned yet. Now they're waiting, they're discussing it over. Let's see what their 5th pickup will be. Well, Miri Stack actually going for that Wind Ranger, so Possibly a Phantom Lancer Wind Ranger. Oh my goodness! That's gonna be a Meepo pickup coming in from Team Kangkong. Oh, I'm excited already. And let's see what is actually gonna happen. How is actually gonna control things right now. As we move into the game. Some disconnects coming on the side of Team Kangkong. Just gonna have to reconnect into the server for a short while. Well, looks like Mirana's actually disconnected from the game. Wait for them. So all in all, after things have been settled in terms of technical difficulties, we are right back into this game. Hopefully no more glitches, no more disconnects, and right now we're just going to see how they're going to line this up and what lanes they're going to give. Most likely that Meepo will be heading over into the mid lane. The Geomancer does really well with early levels, being able to get the ultimate at, I think, level 3. Gonna make a quick movement right now, but it looks like the Radiant team are still a bit slow coming out of their own base. Just picking it out just in case that there are any enemy heroes in their jungle. Trying to group up together, trying to walk together.
Seconds to battle.
Oh, they do spot out the Slaughter over in that bottom lane. Some animation cancelling going on. Just chasing each other out, zoning each other out, making sure that they're securing the bounty runes for their respective mid laners, and I think just like that the Meepo will be grabbing the top one, and we have a slight delay.
About 1 minute because it's resetting.
who's resetting? Huh?
I'll tell the
If he resets, we lose the lobby, huh? Because all of us won't have internet.
no. It won't be a full reset. I'll say a soft reset maybe. Is it still packet loss?
Slowly, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry we have to hold it a bit because we are receiving packet losses, meaning we are losing due to connectivity towards internet as well. We are troubleshooting and we want please hold on for it while we give it a bit of time for the internet to come back up.
Alright, looks like the packet loss issues have disappeared, thankfully. And Meepo gets a top bounty rune, whereas Mirana gets the bottom one, so that already shows who our mid laners are. It's like solo player onto that Wind Ranger, going off into the off lane with an early Ring of Basilisk, very interesting. Even being pulled a single tango. So looks like the supports over on the side of the Miri stack team are really starving themselves. Just 2 tangos and a salve and a clarity on the Dazzle. Undying as well, a tango and clarity, nothing much else to call for. Looks like the silencer will be babysitting the Meepo in the mid lane, just making sure that there's no aggression coming in.
Denied.
And Meepo having a very grand of a time right now. Once he gets his secondary Meepo up, he's able to just send one to the jungle, go for a bit more of stacks, get even more experience, a flash farm, and get his way to those fast Aghanim's and Blink Dagger. Oh, and actually getting all the last hits, so very well done there. Shadow Demon being a bit of a nuisance against the Wind Ranger. It looks like a slight wraparound coming in there for the Chicken Cruncher on Slardar. Lemonade onto the Dazzle, just harassing him slightly, forcing him back, making sure he's out of experience range. Make it hard for him to actually get any EXP. Whereas the advantage of the Wind Ranger, of course, is that she is ranged, so she can actually try to get some of these last hits. Oh, but right now, Cruncher in a little bit of trouble right now. Will be slowed down. The sprint does come off, but Snoopy Dumpty is a little bit too far. As I think we're hitting... No packet loss.
Again? Are you near full reset?
Mouse problem. Sorry.
So right now we do not have the packet loss, but one of our players is tackling with the mouse issue. So as his teammates say, the mouse. So be patient a bit. We will get it done and we'll be up and running soon.
Got technician there yet?
Huh?
Got anyone there or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Willis, yeah.
Oh, lucky also Willis here.
That's why we wanted him,
Yeah.
game coordinator.
the proper drop cloud.
Yeah, the carry and the
Last.
upper tiers picked the last one. Actually pretty good. I like this one. It shows that these guys are not low.
See the
lower tier
meeple.
players.
This is a very brave pick.
Huh?
The meeple is a very brave pick.
Yep. So far, skill shot. Ball web very balanced. Very balanced. Extremely balanced. It all depends on the first one and the snowballing if it does happen or not. Depends on.
Daya got Osa.
That's the snowballer. If that guy snowballs, it's gonna end very quick.
Cock cruncher of the Slada. And it looks like we're resuming into the game. Mouse issues have been sorted out. Internet issues have been sorted out. Hopefully that's the last of our issues. As the poof being countered by the Storm from the Mariner. Both of them just catching up on farm. In terms of last hits and denies, Meepo nice and far ahead. 15 for 3. And followed by his own teammate on that Ursa, 10 for 4. Phantom Lancer, 11 for 4 as well. Neck and neck with that Ursa warrior. But what's happening is that the Meepo is just outclassing the Mirana mid. That baby sitting by the silencer in the early game, sort of helping him out a little bit, and there you go. Sends one Meepo back to regenerate. The other Meepo stays in the lane to get some experience. Playing very, very well, missing very few last hits. 20 last hits already to his name, and 3 denies. Looking at the hero levels, Undying, still level 1. Trying to go for these pulls, almost level 2, and should get level 2 after this creep. Other than that, across the board, more or less even. Mirana neck and neck with the Meepo. Meepo, of course, doing Meepo things in his own jungle. Does have that Iron Talon completed as well, so that's a little bit more damage against the neutral creeps. Not to forget, also helps him last hit a little bit better. Shadow Demon coming in for a roam here onto the top lane. And actually will be finally reveal himself. Who's spotted out? Goes to Disruption. Will there be anything coming out from this? And unfortunately the Silencer just casting a bit of a last word. But that's the end of it, as the aggression comes to an end. 3 minutes into the game, over in the mid lane. Once again, Meepo being a huge nuisance, clearing out the creep, and just moving over into his own jungle. Still 0 for 0 the score right now, no kills yet, no aggression coming in yet. Phantom Lancer doing okay. Ursa Warrior doing better. 3 last hits ahead. Not to forget that Meepo already 2.4k gold in terms of net worth. In fact, Miracle fans, will this be the first blood? One power shot, and there you go. That's the first blood right there from Solo Player, killing Miracle fans, and that regeneration rune wasn't worth it, as the Wind Ranger gets an opportunistic kill over the offlane and back just in time for this creep wave to get some experience. Will get a bit of damage on his tower, but that's more than okay, as he will look to get level 4.5 right after this wave. Does have that bottle as well, so it's an interesting pickup of an item. Oh, Cool Cat being a little bit aggressive, immediately forcing out that wind run. And she will try to just play a little bit more safe, play further back. It is out of mana, so we'll have to be careful. And oh, she reveals that there is a vision there as she tries to steal some of the last hits and try to pull it a little bit more in her favor. Get the lane in a little bit more favor. Shadow Demon finally coming out. Go for the Disruption? No. Will not overextend with the aggression. The Mirana still middle, picked up a bottle, boots on the way as well, while the Meepo is going back and forth in his own jungle. And will already get his boots of travel. So that's some really flash farming coming up right now from the Meepo. Able to move back and forth on the map as he pleases. Probably will be looking to pick up a Blink Dagger or even an Aghanim Septon up next. Definitely remains to be seen. Right now, Tombstone being committed. Cool Cat coming in, but actually the Shackle Shot misses. So Cool Cat with the Enrage will just make his way out. Shadow Wave coming out from the Dazzled. Is healing them up a little bit. Tombstone will be left unchecked, and yeah, will not even get a last hit on that. Cool Cat would have liked the last hit on that, 150 gold in his pockets, but let's see what Meepo will choose as his next item. Already playing in the Radiant jungle as Snoopy Dumpty and Miracle Fans going face to face with each other. Well, Miracle Fans got to be careful. Decay coming in as well. As Moonlight Shadow coming out, Decay as well as Soul Rip saving him there. Moonlight Shadow being committed. Let's see if they're looking to try to re-engage in this. Trying to dive, and right now Miracle Fans being caught off guard. Poison Touch coming in from the Dazzler in the backline. Snoopy Dumpty, but a good disruption. Will it be enough though? The arrow comes in? No. Actually, Miracle Fans being able to escape. No, actually will die to the Starstorm, and right now Cool Cat onto the Ursa is enraged, but will have to be very careful. He's up against ranged heroes who can kite him easily and will make the wise decision to back off. So 1-for-1 right now. Silencer and Undying being the only casualties. Meepo finally coming in, gets a good net onto Lemonade. Poof coming in as well, and will just obliterate the Dazzle from the face of the map. Boots of Travel coming into play right there from the Meepo, so really well played. The movement speed coming in from those boots allowed him to transition, coming in from the jungle, making his way up all the way to the team fight. Very well played from the Meepo. As over the bottom lane, looks like Cruncher having a little bit of problem. Phantom Lance coming in, so now Fairy Fire being popped as well for the additional HP, but oh, the Soul Rip coming in from Undying at range, getting the kill. So that makes it 3 for 2 across the map right now as we approach the 8-minute mark into this game.
Thank you.
Meepo slowly pulling further and further ahead in terms of net worth right now. 4.3k gold. Shroom onto that Phantom Lancer, doing everything he can, doing his utmost to be able to actually try to claw his way back, give his team some sort of advantage, maybe get a fast defusal, or maybe even drums of endurance, just for some early team fight presence. But it does look like the Meepo does have the control of the map right now, just moving back and forth as he pleases, getting the farm everywhere across the map. And Cool Cat on the Ursa, not doing too shabby either, 3.2k gold on him, as he's able to slowly farm his way up. Does have the face boots up already alongside with the poor man's shield. And pings coming out, so probably have some sort of idea that the Meepo is there. Will TP out. And there you go, another ping coming up. So they're sort of aware of where the observer wards are. Movement from the Radiant team. Trying to find some sort of engagement right now over onto this top lane, but to be honest, let's see how they're going to go around with that. Oh, they do spot the chicken. 2 more hits. 1 more. No. Moonlight Shadow even being popped right now. Arrow actually coming in, but will miss completely. Miracle Fans goes for the last word, as well as Curse of the Silent. They will actually get the D-Ward meanwhile. TP coming out from the Mirana. Yes, she will be able to do so. Not enough damage just yet coming in from that Mirana. Now Meepo does have his 3rd Meepo already. We'll be building into Aghanim Scepter. Goes for the poof. Lemonade will be in trouble. Self-Grave will just survive. But the Tombstone being deployed as well as the Decay. 3 of the Meepos are here. They should be able to clean this up easily. 3 poofs coming in, but the Decay making him impressively tanky. But right now, 1 more hit will secure the kill, and Meepo will fall for 400 gold into the pockets of the Phantom Lancer. That means that PL will just leapfrog across the Ursa Warrior in terms of net worth, bringing him almost 4,000 in terms of gold. And that's 30 seconds of the Meepo not farming, not being able to join in team fights. But of course, the Boots of Travel already being completed means that he's just able to join any of the fights. Similar story with the Phantom Lancer, also with the Boots of Travel, as well as the Ring of Basilisk, just to sustain a little bit of his mana usage, especially in terms of the Spirit Lance and the Doppelganger. Now, Cruncher coming in, Doppelganger being committed, 1 stun coming in, so he knows which one's the real one. Has a good idea, even goes for the amplified damage, and he has to be careful, Shroom, and will actually play it safe. Phantom Rush coming in, 1 more right click, has to be careful, the crush is there, TP coming in as well from the Silencer, Disruption coming in from the Shadow Demon, so 1 easy crush onto Lemonade. Will he get the self-grave in time? No, he will not. So that's another couple of intelligent being stolen, but right now Cruncher is in a lot of trouble. Does get the DK on him. Spirit Lance coming in from range will secure the kill. Arrow misses completely as a double shackle. No, shackles the silence into the tree, but not long enough. Level 2 shackle as Wiki Bear on the Mirana is in a lot of trouble right now. Meepo chasing in for the kill. Tries to go for it. Does smell blood in the water. Will he be able to get one more net onto her? As it looks like Wiki Bear trying his utmost best to juke left, right, one more leap, a good net coming in. So that's the Meepo kill squad. As we go on to the bottom lane right now, solo players the next one in trouble. As it looks like Ursa was able to kill off the Undying, and one more, perhaps two more Fury swipes onto solo player, but that's it. And that's the revelation as well of the Blink Dagger on the Ursa Warrior.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Phantom Lancer will have 400 gold completed. Aquila as well, so additional stats for him. But it will be the ticking time bomb of the Meepo. Just about maybe 400, 350 gold more. Secure his Aghanim's Scepter. And then he will start to become even a bigger presence. 5 of them across the map. And controlling it really well too. Being able to utilize the farm over in the jungle, as well as stack efficiently. Wind Ranger, a little bit behind in terms of farm, Phase Boots and Basilisk, but of course she was the offlaner, has not died yet, only 15 last hits. But that level 1 shackle, of course, is what is causing a lot of trouble in terms of lockdown, whereby Team Miristack don't really have the best lockdowns. No reliable stunts either, other than the Mirana arrow, and that we've seen it miss a couple of times.
Is under attack.
Looks like Team Miristack gonna push this mid tier 1 tower,
Dire structures
and
are fortified.
Dire team will glyph it,
Dire's middle
forcing out the wind run as well as the focus fire onto the tower, but the tower still should fall, and looking to get a trade as Team Kangkong, looking to get his bottom tier 1 tower as a trade.
middle tower has fallen.
And should be able to do so easily, but they've got to be careful about TPs coming. Tombstone actually being committed, Moonlight Shadow as well. Is there any invis revealed? They've got to disengage, but Miracle Fans right now being caught on the tower, that's being approached. Wiki Bear coming forward, double Star Storm straight onto Miracle Fans, means that he'll fall, but he does get the Global Silence off in time right now. A couple more silence, not being able to cast any more spells. That does being revealing all his invis heroes as well as the amplified damage, but right now Phantom Lancer caught in the midst of thing. Weave comes out in the back lines, giving them additional mana. Double Shackle coming out from the Wind Ranger, but Shroom is being caught, but the Grave just in time being able to catch him. Cool Cat being really low, but solo player as well. Another Crush coming in, guaranteeing the kill. 3-1 right on the trade. Wiki Bear's next to fall. Mirana does fall as a team wipe. Team wipe coming in there from Team Kangkong, so really well played by them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
14 minutes into the game, 7-12 the score in favor of the Meepo's team, who has completed the Aghanim Scepter and even purchasing up the Dragonlance for those cheap stat build. Providing 14 agility, 14 strength, and of course being very, very cost effective. Only about 1,800, 900 gold. More than worth it, of course. Much better than Assange and Yasha. And looks like Cruncher will be able to find that Observer Ward. Will use that Iron Talon just to make sure he gets rid of it easily. Snoopy Dumpty
Radiant's middle
onto
tower
that
has been
Undying.
denied.
Doesn't have the best items this yet. Building into that mechanism as soon as he can. We'll be looking to go for a little bit of warding mission, and finally Roshan will fall. Ursa gets the Aegis of the Immortal, so that's a 15-minute Aegis for him to use relatively fast, but of course they do have the die advantage, and of course Ursa, one of the more efficient heroes at bringing down Roshan with the Fury swipe stacks. Meepo picked up his next core item, and it looks like it is going to be that Blink as he moves his rest of his Meepos down to the bottom lane, and just to push it out a little bit more, really pushing and splitting the map equally across both off lanes. And Lemonade right now in the midst of dewarding will actually get his one eaten up, and immediate crush coming in. Lemonade, will he have time for the self-grave right now? Yes, he will. Tombstone even being committed. He's got a TP out. Soul Rip and Decay coming in. Arrow just missing and threading out. Oh, actually will fall as Silencer with the last word gets the kill. And right now they're going to go for 3 gold coming in from the Tombstone. And right now they're going to ping it out. They've seen it. Goes for the stun. Blind stun. Would have been impressive if he hit that, but not being able to be too sure of the positioning as Moonlight Shadow has been committed over to the top lane. Mirana tries to burst down the Meepo, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. Meepo, of course, with the higher magic resistance. Right now, 4 heroes on the side of Kangkong congregating onto this mid lane, trying to see what they can do, trying to push as much as they can. They're letting Meepo have that bottom lane. And they're going to try to split as much of this as they can. Meepo again bouncing back and forth. Top lane, bottom lane, middle lane. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to defend? That's the problem right now for Miri Stack. They have no idea where to go. A bit like headless chickens. Waiting for the Phantom Lancer to pop up. It's about a couple more seconds before he comes out. We'll have the Diffuser Blade up and ready to go in about 2,000 gold. And it looks like they're just going to sack this bottom tier 2 tower without facing any sort of resistance. Not to forget, they do still have the Aegis of the Immortal, which is in the hands of the Ursa Warrior. And the net worth of the Meepo just keeps getting higher and higher. Blink forward, crush. Right now, Wiki Bear onto the Mirana's facing a lot of trouble. Disruption coming in mid-leap. And that means they'll be able to set up for a secondary crush. Right now, Wiki Bear will be there. Another Curse of the Silent coming in, but Snoopy Dumpty is the one that's been called on for. Starstorm coming out, not being able to save the Undying, as right now Shadow Demon's next to fall. Meepo focusing right now on the Soul Pipe. Finally, Global Silence comes out, but it's a bit too late. 2 heroes fall down. Next going to be a Shroom, and starts doppelganging down to the lower ground, and will successfully do so. But Blink forward is the Ursa, and Lemonade as well, being focused on 2 different heroes, 2 different point of attacks. Wind Ranger will buy back. Let's see if she's able to come in and save this fight, but it looks like that mid-tier 2 tower is going to fall. Spirit Lands coming from distance, but there's nothing much that they can do. Meepo as well as Cool Cat just a little bit too fat to handle right now, and Miri Stack are in a lot of trouble. Looking at the charts right now in terms of net worth as well as EXP, heavily in favor of Team Kangkong. Meepo even going for that secondary Dragonlance, even more stats. You can see how effective this item is, giving him that tank ability as well as agility in terms of damage and armor. So if you ever get flamed in pubs for building Dragonlance on melee heroes, well, there's always an answer for that. It looks like Team Miri Stack trying to find the best farm that they can. Mirana still a fair distance away from an Aghanim Scepter, which explains why there's been a lack of burst damage coming on the side of Miri Stack. Wind Ranger as well, no real progression in terms of item. But right now looks like they're going to catch that Dazzle off guard. Empower coming in, but being saved right there from the Shackle. Moonlight Shadow has to be committed for this. There's no dust, no invisibility, but they pop down a Sentry Ward, but that's it. Oh, is this a real GG? I'm not too sure. No, not a real GG just yet. Probably using the Quick Bind onto that scroll wheel. And 8 to 17, Miri Stack wants to fight this to the bitter end. They want to try to defend this. Is there going to be a jump in? Oh, Arrow comes in. 5 seconds stun onto the Ursa Warrior. No Enrage coming in. Disruption will save him. Will they look to disengage? Don't forget, he does have the Aegis of Immortal. Shackle coming in, but will not ledge. But Blink Forward coming in for the Meepo. Just blows up the Undying so quickly. And now Blink Forward is a crush, but just misses out as a doppelganger comes in. They're trying to kill the Meepo, but because it's a bit too tanky. Mirana's been next to fall. Monster kill, a double kill. Dazzle will be next in line to fall as well. One more net coming in. And it looks like the Phantom Lancer will fall as Shroom will die. Triple kill for the godlike Meepo right now. 8 to 21. And we'll just make sure that they'll get objectives. They're all low on health, but there's nothing much a Wind Ranger and Undying can do. Don't forget that Aegis of the Immortal, oh, as I say that, will expire. Shackle coming in, doesn't latch onto anything. Stupid Dumpty getting good from Indicate, and also the Tombstone being dropped immediately. The Tombstone just falls so fast. 175 gold into the pockets of the Meepo furthermore. 20 minutes and they're already breaking up into the high ground. Blink forward, but Chicken Cruncher will actually fake that out. But no, Cool Cat comes in onto Snoopy Dumpty with the empowering, as well as the Fury swipes. Just blows up that Undying right now. Shadow Demon falls in the back line. Arrow coming in, but will miss. Will just thread the nail. And right now, one more right click will secure the kill onto that Slaughter. Is this an overextension? But they do get that rack, so all in all, objective achieved. but Mirana getting ever closer to the Aghanim Scepter, desperately needs it, not being able to find the farm that she needs. And even the Ghost Scepter completed now on the Meeple, looking to build into the Ethereal Blade for even more agility and more stats onto his other Meeples. Looks like Miri Stack truly getting me-pawned right now as they're just unable to handle. Looking at the kill, death and assist, that's 11 kills for the Meeple. And right now, very interesting movement coming in from Miri Stack. Let's see what they're able to do with this. Perhaps that weave was a little bit too early as they have no real vision of where they're going. Look at that, they don't know where they're going. They have no clear vision at all. They're just going to go blindly find something somewhere. And of course, that 99% of the time will fail. But as I say that, that's a really good use of the scan. Oh, the game sense from Meepo, just a little bit too good. TPing down to that bottom lane, secure even more farm for himself. Even completes up the Ethereal Blade already. So the next team fight will be a very painful one for Miri's deck, but of course they will do their best. Diffuser Blade being picked up already by the Phantom Lancer. And bringing in the Meeple, looking to try to see if they can punish the aggression right now from the Radiant team. And as we speak, 3 more Meeples on that bottom lane, looking to push on. Make it 4. And that bottom lane should push even more. Oh, they spot the Slaughter. Phantom Lancer as well, face to face. Goes to the right click, Doppelganger as well. Will be able to just burn a little more diffuser. No more mana coming out, but coming in is Cool Cat as well as the Meeple. Gets a net, and Shroom should fall from this. There's no way he's going to survive from that, and just explodes. And Meepo is beyond godlike. Well, will there be another target in the form of the Mirana? Well, Mirana will play it safe. Does have that Aghanim Scepter. Falling back, Blade coming in, disjoins it with a good leap. But over in the top lane, oh, good arrow coming in straight to the face, but looks like Meepo will not be engaging a little bit too much as he knows his limits on that hero. It's the top lane instead that's a problem right now for the Radiant. Where do they defend? As it looks like Team Kamkong wants to push over onto the high ground. Even spotting out that Observer ward, so well played by them. Meepo pushing the bottom tower, even already gets it, pushing onto this Rax. On the top lane, the Ursa is causing problems. The base is being broken, but they're trying to focus on the Meepo right now. Maybe not the best target. They get a good double shackle. They're trying to buzz him down. Global Size being popped, but right now Meepo just poofing left, right, and center. The damage coming from the Bright Geomancer is just so much. A good Doppelganger coming out, just avoids damage, but Meepo gets the kill onto Undyne. They're trying to extend this fight as much as they can. Double Staff on will secure the kill onto Meepo. 91 seconds out of the picture. Last word, buyback coming in for the Meepo. He's going to look to TP into this. Good crash coming out. They will secure the kill onto Solo Player, and yes, Solo Player will fall. Falling back is the Ursa and Slaughter. Moonlight Shadow being committed right up. The Meepo has already bought back. If they kill him, they'll get a die back. They're all brought down so low, but the Meepo is in the front lines. I think the Diffuser Blade from the Phantom Lancer will actually get a double kill. So Shroom right there in the midst of things. Miracle even gets a double kill onto that Silencer, but the F-Blade coming in from that Meepo, just having a little bit too much damage, and that's going to be another hero down as Meepo gets a double kill. Oh dear, a little bit too easy for the Meepo right now. Supreme control, and is this going to be another double kill? One more kill, one hit to it, dominating, ultra kill for that Meepo. No problem at all for him. They're even ignoring that top res, pushing straight for the GG, forcing out any buybacks if they have any, but it looks like this is it. There's no way for the Radiant to buy back. They don't have the gold for it. They tried to predict the respawn of, oh, he doesn't even manage to handle it. So that's a dieback, 120 seconds out of the picture for that Meepo. And quite a fair bit of gold. No mega creeps just yet, so still opportunity coming in right now. Buyback from the Wind Ranger as well as the Slaughter. And that third is on about 1,700 HP of life. As the siege creep will fall. Meaning that it gives time for that throne to just regenerate up a little bit. Mirana does have 2k gold, so let's see what she plans to buy into next. Likely will possibly be a Blink Dagger, but they need some damage right now. Radiant team stuck in their own base. There's no way that they can move out. They're being starved out of this, as it looks like they're trying to go for objective base right now, Team Kanko. especially with that amplified damage, should make really, really easy work of that target. And if you look at the vision, they have full vision
Has fallen to the
of the Radiant heroes right now, where the movements are. Not the best position to be in if you're the Radiant team. There is always hope, but sometimes hope could be a little bit too far. And they're probably going to push down over in the top lane just to secure the Mega Creeps, but as things stand, the Aegis of the Immortal over onto that Ursa Warrior means that they'll be able to play even more aggressively. Meepo, 25 seconds before he comes back, will just be able to BT in.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The score now 16 to 32, so Team Kangkong twice the kills compared to the start of the Miri stack. Grouping up, trying to punish anything.
Dire's structure
Well, it looks like Mirana being caught off guard right now, but will be able to leave. Shackle coming in, but will just miss. Moonlight Shadow being committed, but of course the Sentry Wards immediately be popped down. So they've got to be careful that Mirana indeed did go for that Blink Dagger. So still no damage items from her. Still depending on the illusions of the Phantom Lancer to burst down the heroes. And here comes the Meepo, finally. Will this be the last team fight? Blink forward from Coolcat, Global Silence as well. Solo plays in a lot of trouble. We'll be able to make it back to the base. Crush coming in onto the Dazzle over the top lanes, but Wiki Bear will still be there, as well as the Tombs have been committed on the high ground. They're trying to push it. They're looking to go for the end. They're going to go for the GG push, trying to get the throne, but instead they're being cut off one by one. Coolcat will be the next one to fall. Silencer already dead. Aegis will pop. Solo player brought down low. E-Blade being used, but the Shallow Grave is there to prevent him from dying. Cockcruncher now being brought down. Super will have to use the wands, but Snoopy Dumpty is next to be caught in the Meeple's grasp. The net being there, and they're going to try and go for this throne push right now. 400 HP. 200 HP, 100 HP. Kycer, take it away.